more than 490 days, Chicago rapper Lil Durk has been behind bars, facing one of the most serious legal battles in recent hip-hop history. Durk, born Durk Devontay Banks in 1992, was arrested on October 24, 2024, after federal authorities charged him in connection with a murder-for-hire plot tied to a 2022 shooting that claimed the life of Saviay'a Lul Pab, cousin of fellow rapper Quando Rondo. The charges include conspiracy to commit murder for hire, use of interstate facilities to commit murder, and firearms violations. Lil Durk's rise from Chicago's South Side to international stardom is legendary. He emerged from a neighborhood plagued by violence and loss, channeling his experiences into music that is raw, melodic, and unflinchingly honest. Tracks like All My Life and India PT2 detail loyalty, revenge, grief, and the street realities that shaped him. Yet the same street life he raps about now intersects directly with his legal troubles, as prosecutors argue that his lyrics and associations reflect real-world activity. Before this federal case, Durk had a long history of legal encounters, primarily in Chicago. He faced multiple arrests for weapons possession, probation violations, and alleged gang-related activities. Despite these past encounters, Durk avoided long-term sentences until the current case, which could potentially carry decades in prison if convicted. While behind bars, Durk's influence remains strong in the music world. His albums 7220 and The Voice continue to chart, and fans passionately defend his character online. They argue that his lyrics are artistic expression, reflecting personal pain and community realities, rather than confessions of criminal behavior. Songs like Backdoor and India PT2 convey the harsh realities of Chicago street life. Lines that reference guns, loyalty, and retaliation now take on heightened significance as authorities scrutinize the context of his music. Critics question whether lyrical content should ever be used as evidence in a court of law, especially for an artist whose work reflects lived experiences in violent neighborhoods. Durk's incarceration has been complex. He was placed in solitary confinement for over 4 months over an alleged Apple Watch violation while awaiting trial, a move his attorneys argue was unnecessary and punitive. He has since been returned to general population but remains under strict supervision. Phone calls, visitation, and movement within the facility are limited, making the wait for trial both challenging and stressful. The legal case has already seen multiple delays. His trial, initially set for early 2025, has been postponed several times, with the latest court date scheduled for April 21, 2026. Each delay has fueled public discussion, speculation, and fan debates, with some insisting he is being unfairly targeted, while others highlight the gravity of the allegations against him. Lil Durk's story is also a commentary on the broader intersection of hip-hop, street culture, and the legal system. Artists who rise from neighborhoods with high crime rates often face intense scrutiny, and Durk's fame amplifies the legal and social consequences of his past and present associations. Some see him as a symbol of systemic pressure on young black men navigating fame, money, and neighborhood loyalty. Others argue that accountability must apply regardless of celebrity status, and that Durk's music should not shield him from the law. Even from behind bars, Durk maintains influence in the hip-hop community. Fans continue streaming his music, analyzing lyrics for insight into his life, and debating the implications of his incarceration. His story highlights a critical question for the industry. Can artists truly separate their art from their reality when both are intertwined in violent and complex environments? Durk's legal team continues to fight for his release, citing his lack of violent incidents in public life, his ongoing charitable work, and the importance of his career to the music industry. Supporters argue that the charges stem from affiliations rather than actual actions, and that the courts must differentiate between association and culpability. As the trial approaches, the question remains: will Lil Durk emerge to reclaim his place in music, or will the case redefine his life entirely? One thing is clear: his story is far from over, and it serves as a cautionary tale of fame, loyalty, and survival in America's urban landscape. For fans, the wait is painful. For critics, it is a test of justice. And for Durk, Every day in custody is a reminder of the consequences of the streets he grew up in and the life he chose to portray in his music. This is the story of Lil Durk, a rapper whose talent and influence are undeniable, yet whose freedom remains uncertain. As the world watches, hip-hop fans everywhere are left asking the same question. Can he survive the legal system while preserving his legacy in music?